Welcome to Run It Back Philly. DJ Eastwood doesn't need your motherfucking intro.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better... Bravo when you responded to the comment right there and said it talking about this makes us feel good because it's funny. That's exactly why I continue to do this. There's not much joy more in the world that I've felt than I feel right now with the Nets witnessing what we witnessed. And everybody talking about we lost the trade. Everybody talking about Ben's going to come back and help the Nets. Oh, my God. They're going to be so dangerous when you add this guy. When you add this elite defensive animal. When you add this elite transition. Elite this, elite that. Elite this, elite that. All the Nets are going to be so... He's not even going to play because he's a fraud. Because he's a loser. We tried to tell you. We tried to tell you. And they were on ESPN today, Stephen A. Smith and Tim Legler and those guys, and I was watching it, and I couldn't agree more with what they were saying. The fact that, because look, man, if you were really injured, or if you were, there's speculation that you're hiding, or that you don't want to play, or that you're making something up, you would show up to a game in the team warm-ups maybe, or just maybe something a little bit more subtle. You would just wear, a sweatsuit or something a little more subtle and sit on the end of the bench. This guy has been such an arrogant, narcissistic psychopath his entire career so far in the NBA, his entire life. It's just who he is. He's this self-absorbed that he wakes up in the morning. He says, I got to go sit on the bench tonight with the Nets so I can get paid. What should I wear? And he puts together a freaking whatever it is Versace outfit with the matching glasses and the chains and the bright colors and all this nonsense. He actually dresses like he's walking on the red carpet to sit on the bench. It's me. It's attention. It's me. I need eyes. I need people. There's something deeper to a player who's not playing, who's being called out by the entire NBA community, putting together bright, standout outfits to draw attention to himself. There's something very, very deep going on with this dude's mind. He's got serious issues. Seriously. Serious issues. So many serious issues that he is the first player in NBA history to refuse to shoot a basketball, all the way to the point of folding in a game 7 in a second round of the playoffs, and then completely quitting on his team, blaming the coach, blaming other players. There's something seriously wrong with this guy. And we knew that. And I called it out a long time ago. I'm going to play the video. I edited the video to make it a little bit shorter, but there was an episode of Run It Back Philly a couple of years ago, and I just put it on Instagram in like the form of a 5-minute video where I talked about meeting his family. This is one of the videos that I got the most hate for on the internet. People were sharing clips in Facebook groups and all the other stuff, and calling me all kinds of names because I was coming at him and his dad for how he was brought up. But him being brought up that way is the reason he is this way. And so, look, here's the edited version of the video just to try to make it short. And then I want to read some of the comments that were on that YouTube video, because the people that were defending him on this video specifically and lots of other videos, they don't exist anymore. They're completely gone. And me reacting to myself is probably just funny. So check this out. Let me make sure the volume's on. fanboys. Ben Simmons fanboys. Oh, it's about to get real. There's games where Ben Simmons can get away with playing like a scared little girl. You know what I mean? Ben Simmons has all the physical gifts. He doesn't have the heart. This guy doesn't have it. There's no dog in him. There's no dog. There's no dog in the guy. He's soft. What else am I supposed to say? He's soft. He's 6'11", 240, and soft. Because he doesn't care. He does not care to prove the haters wrong. He doesn't care. Because he's on this up here. He's always been up here. He's always been up here. I'm going to say something right now that's not going to go over too well with certain people, okay? I met Ben Simmons' dad one time. Okay, I was at a Sixers game. We were down in the lower level. We were watching the Cavaliers and Sixers. My girlfriend bought me the tickets for my birthday for lower level for me to see LeBron James, one of the greatest players ever, play my Philadelphia 76ers, right? It just so happened Ben Simmons' parents and his sister were sitting right behind me. And I recognized them because they were on. I watched the whole Showtime special. I've watched everything there is to watch about Ben Simmons. I was an insane fan of him coming out of college and all the hopes that I had for him. And I met his parents. And I did it very respectfully. I just turned around and said, "Hey, you guys are Ben Simmons' parents, man. Oh my God, that's awesome. So nice to meet you." And they shook my hand. His dad shook my hand. And I said, "Do you mind if I get a selfie really quick? It would be so awesome to just have a selfie with Ben Simmons' parents," right? And his dad looked at me and he said, "We don't take pictures." In hindsight, I have no idea why I wanted that because these people are losers. But I was a fan at the point. I was a huge fan, and I was wearing a Ben Simmons LSU jersey. And yeah, he stared right at me and he said, "We don't take pictures." And I was so put off because I was like, I feel like I'm part of Philadelphia. My family's from Philadelphia. I feel like part of it is mine, you know? And his family from Australia walks in here acting like goddamn Beyonce and Jay-Z. Anyway. "We don't take pictures." And I was like, okay. All right, man. Thanks. You know what I mean? See it. Cool. All right, bro. You know, we sat down. And after the game, Ben Simmons' mom came up to me and tapped me on the shoulder. And she said, "We just want to apologize. We weren't trying to be rude." And she spoke for his dad. And she felt bad. And I didn't really care at the time. You know what I'm saying? But it was just that like arrogant vibe that I got from this dude. You know what I mean? This I'm up here, you know? And maybe that's how Ben Simmons was brought up. Maybe he was brought up, "You're up here. Anybody that says anything bad about you is down here. All the haters, the naysayers, they're down here." You know, it's like something has to humble this kid. That's what I'm saying. He has to look in a mirror and say, "I am not up here. I'm not. It's getting to the point, bro. You're not up here. You just scored 11 points in an NBA game. You got outperformed by Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey came out. Haters said he couldn't shoot. Haters said he couldn't shoot. He's out here shooting threes because he wants to prove the haters wrong because he's got the dog in him. He's got the fight inside." I'm just saying, I think Ben Simmons was raised a little bit privileged, a little bit up here, you know? His dad was a celebrity basketball player in Australia. He was up here. He came to America, went to whatever high school basketball team he wanted to play for, Mount Verde Academy, right? He chose what college he wanted to go to. He walked on. He didn't show up to any classes. He walked onto the campus and signed autographs and went home. He was a celebrity from the time it started. And there's a WIP article. I know it's WIP. I know that. Say what you want. But listen, man, I just want to read a quick excerpt from it. Here's what dude says, man. "The most glaring report is Ben Simmons' work ethic. The scout said he does not put in the time to improve his offensive game. He's a very poor perimeter shooter and he doesn't even look at the rim." Total non-3-point shooter. He must improve as a free throw shooter, especially in the playoffs, whatever. I know someone's going on in Philly. One of his problems, he does not put in the time to improve. Don't believe the Instagram or Twitter workouts that you see his brother post. They're all phony. He does not work on his shooting. Everyone can see the problems, but he is not and probably will not address it. He loves Los Angeles and spends most of his time there in the offseason. He definitely has some Hollywood in him. If he ever gets serious about improving his shooting and free throws, he could be as good as Giannis, but I don't think he's wired that way. There's a lot of cool guy in him. Ben Simmons fanboy. On the money. There's a lot of cool guy in him. And sadly, the Brooklyn Nets are now witnessing that. It is weird though that nobody in the New York media is seeming to be like angry at him about it. I don't see many things calling him out. I see the national media calling him out. But, they were saying he's going to play in Game 4. And him playing in Game 4 reminds me of me thinking about him coming back to Philly. Like, this guy can't handle the biggest moments, period. He can't handle the pressure at all. He doesn't want anything to do with the pressure. He wants the easiest way to get by. He wants the easiest way to get $20 million. He just wants to hide. He wants to be, get rebounds, run the floor, pass the ball, not have any pressure put on him. When they said he was coming back to Philly, when all the rumors every time, I'm like, bro, he's never coming back. Never. There is not a chance in the world that dude ever puts a jersey on and steps back on the floor in Philadelphia because he can't handle things like that. So when you talk about this, the Nets going down 0-3 and people saying Ben's going to play in Game 4. He's ramping up his training. He's going to play in Game 4. I once again said there's absolutely no possible way this dude is stepping on a court in front of that kind of pressure, being down 0-3. It would also remind me of the press conference that was supposed to happen in Philly. Remember that when he was refusing to play and they said like Ben's going to have a press conference talking about what happened or whatever? Didn't happen. There was absolutely zero way this fraud was going to get up on a podium, sit in front of the media, and answer questions in Philly about what was going on. And he copped out of that by acting like an asshole in practice and getting kicked out and getting suspended. So I'm like, there's just no way. I don't see it happening. So right before it's supposed to happen, the day before it's supposed to happen, Ben Simmons says that he awoke with back soreness. Oh, man, I know I said I was going to play Game 4, guys, but I just woke up today and just had a little bit of back soreness, and I can't go. So at what that's hilarious. At what point do the Nets reach the limit now where they start to say what we started to say after Game 7? Enough is enough. And how has the NBA allowed this to go on for this long? At what point does the NBA say enough is enough? He's not honoring his contract that he signed to play in this league. Get rid of it. Sue him. Sue him for every dime he ever made on the contracts. Whatever you want to do. There's got to be a way to get rid of this situation. It's embarrassing. The guy is pulling the biggest fraudulent robbery we've ever seen in NBA history right now. He's literally robbing the NBA of money and finding out ways to continue to not play. He's so arrogant and self-absorbed and has so little respect for anybody outside of his own self that he pulled a mental health card in Philly. He has now tried everything. And when everybody's finally stepped off of that and said the mental health thing is bullshit, we're not falling for that, now he's going, well, I can just say my back's sore. They can't prove that. They can't disprove that. He just keeps going. It's crazy.